greetings. This is OJambo. In this review, I'm going to go more in depth using ComfyUI on my system, which is a Fedora 42 using the AMD Instinct MI60 GPU, 32 gigs of HBM2 VRAM. I also have 32 gigs of regular RAM on the system, a DDR4. All right, so earlier today I did the you see this article here, which is also in the description. I went over how I generated images, and one thing I noticed, they were not as good as when I was using SD.next. So what I've decided to do is because I noticed where it was similar, obviously SD Next, as the name implies, it's supposed to be a more, I guess, modern, which it actually is, because it's more responsive design, meaning that, as you saw when I tried to put it on a smaller screen or a smaller window, it worked pretty well. However, it took me, I was pulling my hair out when I was trying to get video to work on it. So I explained this earlier today. What happened was the video model would load into RAM even when I told it to load it with the GPU. The problem is this AMD Instinct MI60 GPU. It's a dedicated graphics, but you can't plug displays into it. So I use the integrated graphics. That's why I plug in my 4K monitor and the 1080p monitor, and then the GPU is only for stuff like AI, Blender. You can do other stuff as well. But what I'm saying is I'm happy with it, my setup. Now the problem is, as I said before, with SD.next, it would always load the images in RAM, which was very annoying. Then it would eat up all the RAM. Now you can say, well, you have 32 gigs RAM. As I explained before, let me open up the task manager here, system monitor. I'll explain one more time why I don't really. Yes, as you can see here, I have 32 gigs of RAM. That's true, but I said I don't actually get to use all of the 32 gigs RAM. The reason because the integrated graphics reserves 4 gigs of that RAM. And then obviously, for example, I'm running OBS right now, I'm doing the restreaming, I have some browsers open, and obviously I'm running ComfyUI. So the problem with that is it's going to eat up some of that 32 gigs of RAM. So the real usable RAM is probably around 23, 24 gigabytes. So if I'm trying to load a model, if you load a model in the 32, it's going to crash, and it always crashed. It was very, very frustrating. And when I tried to get it to run off the GPU, it would load fine in the GPU, but then it would also crash because it still wants that memory. So I was really frustrating. So I even tried the smaller so-called video models. It will still do the same thing. So it loads everything into the GPU. So of course you're going to it's going to crash as well. So I found that frustrating. But when I was doing research for replacement, I found ComfyUI is that people who are running it on lower spec GPUs than I, for example, some people were able to get video on something like 6 gigs of VRAM. So that said, okay, that will be perfect for me. And they were also able to run it on something like 16 gigs of regular RAM. So I have 32 gigs RAM or 23, so I shouldn't have a problem with that. Now, in today's story, I'm going to attempt some video. I haven't done any research, so this video is more, it might even become a complete fail, or it might also become a what not to do. So it's just a fun little video. So let's get started. So also earlier today, I showed you how I was using the command line tools to get the temperature, in case you didn't watch that video. So I was able to keep the temperatures where they are right now with the dedicated GPU. That's the MI60. The highest it got was 62 degrees, but that was like, you blink you would miss it. So what I did is, instead of running it at a set profile, which I had before, which was about 3000 RPMs, what I decided to do is I decided to use a fan profile, and it ramps up if it needs to, which is very rare. And I keep it around 2400 RPMs or so. Sometimes it's all that. I will actually show you. I believe I have a GUI, the fan control. Yeah, fan control for Linux here. I'm not using any UWs because I'm not going to set the fan speed. I will set it in the BIOS, so I don't need that. Okay, I understand. As you can see here, this all the you see this one, it's 2696 RPM. So this is the fan shroud. I think this is actually off, or it's not reading properly, because I did ramp it down. If it was running at that speed, it would actually be much louder. Or maybe I've gotten used to it, I'm not sure, but definitely I can assure you it doesn't get over 24,000 RPM. I think something's wrong with the way this is reading it. It doesn't get over 24. Trust me, at 2500 I could hear it. So there's no way it's 26. I might be wrong, but highly unlikely. And I said the temperature when we ran it, it was roughly around 45 on idle, and then when I did something, jump up to 60. Now I haven't tested it when I'm running some Blender stuff. I might do that in another tutorial. All right, and you can see the temperatures and everything else for the others. So this is accurate enough. So that's fine. All right. So all right. So I don't think we need this, but if we do, I will bring it back up again. Today earlier, I used the default SD, I think that stands for Stable Diffusion model, and the images were okay, but I remember that the Vlad one for SD Next, so I copied that over, and I'm going to show you how I copied over. There are just a few files you need to copy over, because I was disappointed with the way the video handled in SD Next. So what I did was I just copied over the checkpoints from SD Next into, I'll show you how I did it in a second, into ComfyUI. I copied over LoRa's. There was no VAEs, but there was a VAE, I think it's called approximation. I copied that over. And then I don't think there were any stable diffusion models, so I had to copy them over to the checkpoint. Anyway, I copied everything over, like diffusers. Oh yeah, this is a VA proxy. I copied that over. Actually, I can even show you the command I used, so you guys can see where. Oh, I closed it. Shoot, sorry about that. I didn't realize I closed it. I wish I hadn't closed it. I would have shown you. Or I should have taken a screenshot. There were no controllers, because remember I just installed SD Next. I just used the default as is. The only mod I tried to get was, as I said, the video ones, the U1 video, those ones. None of them. I tried all of them, including which is the one for. There's some other models which are based on pictures. None of them worked. I said they would load up in the RAM and just crash the system. And then there's something on Linux called systemd OMD. That's a processor, so that one will always kill that process. So even use some of the swap drivers you saw, and I just said I gave up. So that's why I looked for ComfyUI. I'm pretty. The good thing about ComfyUI is you see here in the empty latent image, by default it does 512 by 512, so that makes it way faster. It takes like while before in SD Next for 1024 by 1024 it will take about, when I'm recording with OBS and everything, take about 40 seconds. And obviously when I didn't have OBS, it would take about 25 seconds or so roughly half. And then obviously when it's 512 by 512 in ComfyUI, it's even faster. It's like blink and it's done. So that's even when I'm running OBS. So I it's really fast. Obviously, if I bump this up, it might be a little bit slower, but it's still I'm happy with it. So I don't know that I'm not sure if I bump this up to 1024 by 24 if the quality will be better, but I decided to use a different model. So with that said, let me show you what I did here. I need to open up to, okay, I'm going to open up to, okay, if my mouse works. Okay, so what I did was, I'll show you my folder structure here. So I said I already explained this in earlier tutorial, but if you're new, it's my first time watching me, or if you didn't catch the earlier video. So essentially, I created, this is a SSD drive, because I have some enterprise SSDs. I got them about 10 years ago. So they're about 480 and 240. So as you can tell, it's not a lot of space. So I had everything running in the home folder, so it was taking up too much space. So I said, hey, I have a free SSD, might as well use it for this. So what I did was I created a folder, a partition, partitioned the entire 240 gigs, and then I moved all the Podman containers there, because they also take up a lot of space. And then I was using SD Next, but I said I'm most likely going to delete this. If I get the video working, SD Next is actually gone probably even as early as even probably during the video. It's not a horrible program. I do like the interface. I like the way it worked, but I said I couldn't get the video working because of the way it loads stuff into RAM, and it just destroys the system. So maybe that's some optimizations they need to take care of. So I said I'll do the ComfyUI because there's a lot of documentation. Obviously it's older too, so that's a good thing. So what I did was, you see here, for both ComfyUI and SD Next, they were just simply from GitHub, you just clone them, and then I created a Rocom virtual environment. This is the one here. So the irony is, this was actually originally set up for SD Next, but then I realized I don't want to delete this and start from scratch. Everything will probably be the same, which I was 100% right. The only difference was that I think ComfyUI wanted to load some older I think libraries than what SD Next works, but everything worked just fine because they're pretty much compatible, so that was fine. The only thing that doesn't work is the audio, and I think that's because that's tied to NVIDIA, but I said we'll get to that when we get to that. Also, I think because obviously this dedicated GPU doesn't, I mean, the integrated one does, but the MI60 obviously doesn't have. Oh, that's probably why. I think I just solved the problem. It's because it doesn't have audio. Duh. I didn't even think of that. Okay, so basically this one does work with both SD Next and ComfyUI. I haven't tried SD Next since I've been using ComfyUI. So what you guys are seeing right now is going to be the third time I'm using ComfyUI. That's actually more than when I used SD Next. And as I said before, I did like the base model that came with SD Next. So what I did was I just copied that over. One thing I do like about ComfyUI, you just download the models and then you put them into the folders. With SD Next, they have the web UI where you can download models. I think that might be part of the problem because the instructions were not very specific how to do it. But you can also download. I was going to try that next, but I just got fed up and I said no because it looks like the download works, but the loading doesn't work too well. So back to ComfyUI. So in ComfyUI, if we go to models, where's models? Models here. Oh, sorry, before I continue. One thing I like about ComfyUI, you see there's an output folder. So automatically when it generates something, it puts it here. That is actually a great idea. So if I forget to save it, it automatically puts here. So this is what we did from this one here to this one. That's what we did today. And one thing I have confirmed both with SD Next and ComfyUI, I think it's a Stable Diffusion thing, is if the GPU is being used for something else, the quality won't be as good. So for example, I'm using the integrated graphics for streaming, and the MI60 for recording the video. So I'm doing two things, streaming and recording video. So because of that, the quality I've noticed is not, there's definitely some quality issues between when you're using the GPU at the same time of something else, like recording. It's not as precise. Now obviously the CPU will be the most precise, but that's going to be slower because obviously it has less cores than say a GPU. Okay, so that said, yeah, so I'm curious. What I'm going to do is, bear with me, I'm going to run the same test that was run earlier to see if the images will be any better using a different model. I don't think they will be, but I'm just curious to see if ComfyUI has some magic, what do you call it, some magic sauce that it can do to get the images in a better shape. So I'm just going to pull up, this should be really, really fast. So the first thing I want to ask for, I'm going to use a different model is what I'm trying to say. So go back to ComfyUI here, and then we go to models. Is it models? Yeah, model. Oops, excuse me. Model libraries. You see on the checkpoint, you see now I have two. The one I got before, this one is Stable Diffusion version 1.5. But then what I did is I got this one, the Tempest, because I did like the way it worked in what do you call it? In SD Next. So I'm going to use that one. And you see, all I did was just click it, and you see what happened here. The checkpoint, it came here as well. See, this is the one here. And if I go this way, oh, the safe sensors are always the same. Okay, all right. I thought, can I change it here? Oh yeah, so I can right click here and change it there. I wonder if I can do the same thing here. Oh, I can. Okay, so I want to use Tempest. I want to use Tempest to do the in the prompt here. You just paste it in there. So the prompt is, and then hit run. So the prompt is a photograph of the Mayor of Toronto. What is going on? Is it done? Or do I have to scroll this way? Oh, okay, that's slow. Wow, that is slow. Wow, but the result is really good. So you know what? I was wrong. So it looks like depending on the model or the sensors, safe sensors you use, the quality. So obviously, this did take a while even just to start up. I mean, it's still fast, but so that is again. It looks like it takes all the past Mayor of Toronto, the male ones anyway, and then it puts them together. Because I do recognize some of these people. There was one guy, he was a blonde guy, I forget his name. Yeah, he was I better not say it, but I do remember, yeah, he definitely he loved his blonde locks there. Okay, so the next one is the screenshot of a popular desktop environment. Oh, oh, okay. I didn't realize, I thought I was specific. Okay, so it's a screenshot of a popular desktop environment, and again you just hit run. So one thing I like about this is, one thing I do like about ComfyUI is when it generates the images, that clearly is Windows 8, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely Windows 8. That is a pretty good facsimile of it. So one thing I do like, actually it was a little bit faster than before. So the thing is, what was I going to say? I lost my thought. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. And I was just impressed with how good that is. You can clearly know that's Windows 8. So the next one is, no, okay, I remember what I was going to say. I usually ask for the GNOME desktop environment, but I guess I was just eager to test this very quickly, so I just typed something. Okay, so the next one is a photograph of an astronaut riding a horse. I can hear the fan. Okay, oh, that's much better. I'm actually glad I changed it. So if you guys know any models, let me, I can test them, especially if I can download them quickly. Hopefully they're not too big. If you guys, I want to do some video stuff today. So if you guys know any video models, especially maybe about a gig or less, let me know, because I can download them now while I'm doing this part here, so we don't waste any time. Okay, so the next one is a picture of a chicken run. I'm really curious to see what it's going to do here. Nice. Okay, so proof that the model that you pick makes a big difference. Now this one I said is a little bit slower, even if it's just 512 by 512. Oh yeah, I remember what I forgot to say. So what I was saying is, one thing I like about ComfyUI is that it saves the images automatically into that output folder. So that makes it much easier. Like if you mess up or it crashes, you at least have your images. Because, for example, I remember when I was using Easy Diffusion, you have to right click to save it. If you forget to do that or it tweaks something, then that image is lost, which is a pain in the butt. This actually looks much better, although his hands seem to be fused together. I guess it has a problem there. I don't know why it wants to put watches on. Yeah, that's so, but it's still not too shabby. We'll check them out after I finish all of this. So then the last one is a picture of. So this one was a picture of a man wearing a watch. Previously was a picture of a chicken run. This one is a picture of a spider web on sockets. Okay, then you hit run. Now, I want to show you this part here, the seeds, and then there's the control net after generate, randomize, steps are set to 20, the CFG, yeah, CFG is set to 8.0, sampler name is Euler, and scheduler is normal, denoiser is set to 1. And that looks really, I think this is probably one of the best. The sockets are a little bit, but it's probably one of the best. Okay, now this is something that came up, so I just decided to do something else, which was already to you. It's can you draw a picture of Donald Duck and Donald Trump eating pizza together while drinking Diet Coke? So hit run. This one, this model I'm using when I had a problem oh, interesting. If you guys watched the last live stream I did at night, was it at night? No, not at night. Sorry, during the afternoon, I was trying to get a picture like this. It was 1024 by 1024, and it would not get it work. This time, it actually, you can clearly see Donald Duck on the right, and that clearly is Trump. So it looks like ComfyUI has some magic using the same model. Isn't that weird? They were all Stable Diffusion, sorry, SD.next and ComfyUI, they're all Stable Diffusion. I'm using the exact model as well. Maybe something to do with the K sampler here. So that's why I said I'm glad that ComfyUI is maybe not as fast. It slows down here, even at 512 by 512, but I'm happy with the results. So there you go. I'm glad I copied the model over. So you know what? SD next. Sorry, maybe next time. I'm really happy with that result. And then today, one of the viewers requested that I I try this. It's called a picture of a monkey with a dog face. So this didn't come out. It kind of looked just like a monkey. So let's see what this one is going to do. Okay, that actually does make sense. It still kind of looks more like a monkey, but you can clearly see that, you know, like, I think the ears are still monkey-like. Huh. Maybe you should have put like, no, he won't. I guess the monkey and the dog, a monkey and a dog face? I thought the dog is like more, what do you call it? Like elongated, right? Doesn't dog have like an elongated face? And then the monkey has more like a flat face? Am I wrong? Okay, okay, so there we go. You know what, now let's actually go and take a look at these pictures that were generated today. I mean right now. You can see that this one was earlier on. And you see this is the Donald Duck one. They cannot get the Donald Duck one properly. So let's go with the mayor of Toronto. Okay, you guys can see here. See, I can tell it's an amalgamation of all the past mayors of Toronto except for the female one we have right now, Olivia Chow. Oh, sorry, we did have some female mayors before. I should preface that. So I don't know if it includes them as well. And you can, as I said before, you can tell from this is clearly, what do you call it, Windows, is that 10? I haven't used Windows in a while. Yeah, but anyways, you can tell it's Windows. So that's clearly desktop. So that's, yeah, that's good. This one is the astronaut riding a horse. I don't know what's going on in the back there, but the horse looks fine. Astronaut is also okay. Oh, okay, I think I got this. I think something is coming out from... Is the horse passing gas? Okay, that's a weird one, but okay. Then the chicken hoop. Now, the chicken hoop obviously has some issues. Can you guys guess what they are? Okay, so let's zoom in. Let's zoom in here. So the first thing is there are no stairs for the chickens to go up, but I don't care about the coop there. Now, if you look at the chickens, okay, does this one have 2 crowns? Okay, so that it looks more like a painting though. Ah, looks like none of them can draw chickens properly, but that's good enough. Let's go to the next one. See, this is the one, a man wearing a watch. And is this hand fused together? Oh, no, it's not. Wow. His hand is actually not, I thought his hand was fused together, but it's actually not. It's actually just crossing his hands properly. That is impressive. For 512 by 512, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously nobody has a wrist like that, but but it's probably the best one I've done of a man wearing a watch. So I will give that a pass. And so I'll tell you why I asked this one here. So I was doing what do you call it? In the past, I was doing, I think it was PHP and Node.js. So I was using WebSockets. So I was using Easy Diffusion very early this year. And I requested WebSockets. And so what I did was I just drew a picture of, I think, a spider and the web. So I'm guessing, I'm not going to be too harsh on it because sockets, those are sockets. And when you put web, that obviously means web and the spider there. So yeah, so technically it's a major fail, but let's see. I've let the, as I said, the cat out of the bag. So hopefully in the future they will be able to resolve that. Okay, and then this one here of Donald Duck and Donald Trump eating pizza. I don't see the Diet Coke though. Did I ask for Diet Coke? Why drinking Diet Coke? So I don't see the I don't see the Diet Coke, but no, I don't see the Diet Coke. The weird thing is there's already a pizza here. Why is Donald Duck? Why does he want this pizza? So I don't know. But anyway, it's actually the best of the bunch that I've made so far, including the one from not Stable, SD Next. So that's actually not too bad. All right, so is there another one? Oh yeah, there's another one. This is the one of a monkey, a picture of a monkey with a dog face. I don't know, it looks more like a rat to me, but okay. That's alright, I guess. I don't know, it looks like a monkey, unless I'm wrong. Is that like dog eyes? I don't know, that looks like, well, I mean, there might be some weird species of dogs that look like that. Okay, whatever. Alright, so did I show you guys what I did? I can't remember if I did. I might be repeating this, but I'll show you what I did was, so all I did was I copied, as I said, I copied, like, for example, if we go to the AI here, I go to SD Next. So in SD Next, I went to models, and I just copied the stuff over from there to, for example, here I'm in ComfyUI. I just copy, for example, I go to my models. Yeah, I'm in models. So I didn't copy everything. I mean, for example, like LoRa goes into LoRa's, but there's no LoRa here. So that's what I did. For example, the VAE -approx. See, that one had a model.pt. So I copied that one over. There should be one here. Yeah, you see this one? I copied that guy over here. So that's what I did. I just copied the relevant stuff. Stable Diffusion. You see, Stable Diffusion is where Tempest by Vlad was. So I just copied that over to, where did I copy that over to? It's somewhere, where is it? Oh no, it was checkpoints. Yeah, so ComfyUI and obviously SD Next, some of the naming convention is different, but I just copied that over. You see, I even copied over the sensors and I copied over the image. I guess I don't need the image because it looks like this one, the default one, this V1. I guess the image is already embedded into the sensor. Let me just see how big these files are. You see, wow, this is 2.1 gig. I didn't realize it was that big. This Tempest one is 6.9. Okay, so clearly it is. Oh, I didn't realize it was that big. Whew, boy, yeah. See, these models can get really, really big. All right, now with that said, I want to do some videos. So you guys, I've never done video before, so I said this could be a major fail. So let's go and see what it tells us to do. So I'm going to take this out of here. Let me see. I had a problem with BitChute earlier. Is BitChute working right now? Oops. What happened there? Still recording? Let's try one more time. Hit play. Okay. Looks like something's wrong with BitChute for some odd reason. Okay. There's a flicker going on. Let me try one more time. All I'm doing is refreshing BitChute. I'm hitting the play button. Okay, so it looks like something's wrong there. I don't know what's going on. All right. So BitChute doesn't seem to want to do what I'm doing. Maybe it's because it's AI stuff. I'm not sure. All right. Okay. So let's go to. So I don't have it refreshing BitChute. Oh, it is working. I'm hitting the play button. Okay, so BitChute is working. Okay, finally. All right, so I don't know what model I need for video. As I said, I haven't done any research or anything like that. So I don't know if I need to put anything here. You know what? We should try an upscale model. Do you have any upscale models? No, there's no models. So I guess this is where I need to put the models. Let me try a template. Where's the templates again? Templates. So I want a video image generation, image to image, LoRa, multiple LoRa. Oh no, we'll go to video. What's the difference? Oh yeah, video. So 14B. So 14B. If you don't know what the B stands for, that stands for parameter size. So that's like, for example, that would be 14 billion. So it's not quite the same as what do you call it? It doesn't correspond to gigabytes. So especially if it's not optimized. So be aware of that. But roughly like this 14B should work if you have 16 gigabytes of RAM or VRAM. So that one should work. So what I'm going to do is okay, so from what I can see here is this one is clearly what do you call it? This one is clearly what do you call it? Obviously, it's a few seconds. That's not the point I'm making. What I'm saying is that it's kind of what's that feature you use in Blender? It's basically, you know, it's just a bunch of pictures. Like, think of snapshots being taken. Now, of course, the fact that a hand goes up there and plays with her hair, that's obviously new. So that is, I'll concede that's a natural video. And this one is obviously like 3D generated stuff, so obviously that would be easier to do. And this one, oh, that's what I meant to say. It's like a Ken Burns effect. Like this one. You see, this is like a Ken Burns effect. So I'd rather have something like this one, where you have the character, animate a character, and replacement. Or something like this one. This is audio. Obviously, I'm not going to sing. What is Homo video? Basic on audio, image, and text. Ooh, maybe we should try this one. Keep the characters lip sync. I want to try this one. Fun control. Generate video guided by pause, depth, edge. That one seems to be difficult. 5B. Fast text to image to video generation with 5B. So let's try the 5B. I want something small. Okay, let's try this one. So if I click this, so you see it tells me that this is what I was trying to say, be careful. So for example, you see this is a 5B, but you see it's going to be 10 gigs. And so what I'm going to do is, and it tells you where to put them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL. Can I just download? Oh, if you click download, it will download them himself. But I'm going to do it in the command line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into diffusion models. So I'll show you this. We go, no, I don't want SD next, sorry. So we go here, we go to models. We look for diffusion models. You see diffusion models, and right now we don't have any diffusion models. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into console here. I'm going to use wget, and I'm going to paste it in there. So this is going to take it's going to take a while. Okay, so so when that finishes, it will obviously, I think it will alert us. So that's going to take a while. So I'm going to let that continue. So this one, so that's going to be 10 gigs. So, and then this one has to go to text encoders. So I'm going to copy that one. And where is that folder I had? So we need to go to models again. We look for text encoders. That was text encoders here. And I'm gonna also open up another console here. wget. Okay, so the text encoder is gonna go there. I'll let that run. And finally, we have to go to something called VAE. So let's go there. A new tab. And we go to VAE. So we don't have any here. Again, I open up another console. And I'll copy this URL. And I'm going to use wget. Okay, so, oh, that's a gig too. Jeez. Okay, so download should be much faster than upload, so we'll let that run. And I can fill you up on the update. The first one, no, is that the first one? I'm confused now. 19.1. Is it downloading multiple things? Why is the name different? Oh yeah, so the first one is at is at 10%. The second one is at 8%, and the third one is at 11%. So obviously this one is going to finish faster. Once this one finishes, then obviously the speed will be a little bit faster for everything else. So while that is running, I'm going to, I hope I remember which one I chose. So, it's going to be automatic. I'm wondering if, I'll need to restart. I'll also need to restart. So I'll show you how to restart and all that. So that's no problem. So in the meantime, while that is downloading, let's go do something more fun. Let's see what we can do here. So let's go back to where was it here? Oh, I guess I have to go to, no, I don't have to go to, do I have to click on checkpoints? Okay, I'll click on checkpoints. I'm going to use the templates by bad. Yeah, that's what I want. How do I get rid of, oh, I have to go back. Okay, I think I remember. I have to go back to the templates, and I have to pick image, this one. Okay, I have to pick image. Does it remember the last image I used? It says beautiful scenery, natural glass bottle, landscape, purple gallery. Oh, this is the one. So I haven't. So for this one, you just click there. I'm gonna pick the templates, Vlad. I thought there's another place I gotta click here. Does that also work? Oh, that just opens up. Okay, so I don't need that. Oh, that's if I'm trying to. Okay, I'm learning this. So you can have your own node. I guess if you double click it, then you can connect all this stuff yourself. But I like the way they are. So in case you were wondering, I said I didn't touch any of this stuff. So for example, it says in the clip text encode prompt conditioning, it says text, comma, watermark. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean add a watermark here? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna, as I said, I changed it to the Tempest by Vlad because I said it works so much better. So I'm gonna also generate an image here just to be fair, so we can compare it. And this is a little bit unfair because I said I'm also using the GPU to GPU up a little bit. Okay, so it's done. So it actually created 3 bottles. So let's compare this one to, let's go to ComfyUI, let's go to the output. In case you're wondering, I'm not sure which one is which now. One of them is at 60% and the others are 20 and 24%. Okay, so, I guess the one that's 1.3 gigs, that one is 77% right now. So when we go to the output, so you see here, this is the image that was just generated. Let's take a look at that. That looks really good. That looks really good. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. That's pretty nice. That's very nice. I think that's actually better than when I did. Much better in the quality you get. So kudos. Well, of course, if you train it to your own, obviously I'm not an artist, so I don't know how I would be able to train. Okay, yeah. So the 1.3 gig one is done. Do I have a folder for it? Man, so much stuff open here. I can't remember. I think this one, the VA one. Yeah. So this one is done. So this is 1.4. The what is it called? VA safe sensor. So that one is done. What was the other one? Is it a text encoders? So what the? Is that frozen? That doesn't seem right. And was it diffusion models? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I think it hasn't saved yet because everything is still in memory. So according to this, 2 gigs has been downloaded. About 2 gigs have been downloaded for each. So if I remember correctly, one of them was 9 gigs, and the other one I think was what 5-6 gigs. So we still have a little ways to go. I'll wait for them to finish because I really want to get video today. I don't care if it's a crappy video. I really want video. Another thing I want to try as well is, since I'm here, I want to see if we can generate. Let me minimize this. I want to see if we can generate. Let's see. Go back to the templates. I saw 3D. Oh yeah, 3D model. Generate 3D models from a single image. Okay, it's from a single image. So I have to draw the image first. I wonder. Generate 3D models from multiple views. Okay. Generate 3D models from single images using one and stable. So, oh man, how do I, Hikaras game channel and computer technology. Wow, that's a nice name. Making videos. Okay, excellent. Is the A770? Oh, that's the Intel. Am I right? That's the Intel GPU. I was actually thinking of getting it, but here in Canada, the Intels were ridiculously priced. So that's why I got this AMD MI60, because I get more VRAM, and said because I'm on Linux. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, so it's Intel. Because when I was researching, it was crazy priced here in Canada. So I was like, it's not. Yeah, the Intel Arc. Yeah, 16 gigs. Yeah, I was like, I'm not paying that. Well. Ooh, nice. 48 gigs. Yeah, I was salivating over that. But again, I think here in Canada, the price is going to be, just up the wazoo. Yeah, we pay. Remember, that's the US. In Canada, even with the exchange rate, it would be actually cheaper for me if I could go to the border and buy it. It's actually the prices are ridiculous. Here in Canada, we pay a special, not just the taxes, but we pay a special, price here in Canada, and I'm not talking about tax or duties. So things are ridiculously overpriced. I think the only thing that is cheap here in Canada, I think, is the eggs. That's the only thing where we're actually cheaper than the US, but everything else we just pay up the wazoo, which is preposterous. You know that funny thing, speaking of being crazy, most of the wood in the US and Canada actually comes from Canada, and the people in the States, they still pay cheaper than we pay here, even though the wood is actually not too far from me, where I am right now. Alright, so I am curious, which one should I get here? I'm actually curious to try one of these as well. Do you guys have any experience with any of these? Generate 3D views from single images table. You know what? Let me try this one. This one looks kind of cute. So 7 gigs. Okay, is there something smaller? €1,000. Oh, brand new. Okay, brand new. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll have my what it is. BM 48 gigs is so euros are around, I think, 1.5 if I'm correct. I think it's 1.5 CAD to, let's check it out here. CAD to euro. Yeah, okay, so $1 Canadian is 60 cents, so about 40%. So meaning that if you have €1, I have to pay 164. So the Canadian dollar even went down. Wow, it used to be 140, 150. It's wow, really pathetic there. Yeah, that is nuts there. Yeah, you know what? Since we're waiting, let's go to PC Parts Canada. I'll show you some of these crazy PC parts. Where's the Canadian? I think I have to type. If we go to the products here, so if I go to video cards. This is Canadian prices, by the way, so way overpriced. So if I go down here and I say I want say 16 gigs, let's try 48. So let's see if there's anything 48 gigs here. Look at the prices. You know, so $10,000 for a car. That is preposterous. I guarantee all this stuff you see here way cheaper in the US than they are here, and even used are also expensive. So I don't see Intel. Is it Intel here? Intel. Let's see Intel. Oh, there are no Intel. So you don't even get that here in Soviet Kazakhstan. And look at the price here. $10,000 for a GPU, please. That is, yeah. So I'll show you that. Actually, let me. Why isn't this showing up? Why isn't Intel showing up? I thought it resets. Intel, the price is there. It should show me. Oh, the memory. So I have to get rid of the memory. Let me get rid of the memory here. So here are the Intel stuff we get here. So you see the only stuff we actually get are 12 and 16 gig. And you can see you can't even buy it. I know why you can't buy it, because that price, which is about $500, that was probably cheap. So they want us to buy the other ones like the A50, A60, and look at the prices for that. That is preposterous. AA70, that's the same one I just talked about. Yeah, so it's nuts. It's not like I said. It doesn't make sense. It's actually, I could actually probably book or not first class, but a pretty business class. Actually, I just fly down to the States, or I'll just drive down there and buy a card. And I said, even with exchange rate, duties, whatever, it'll be way cheaper to get it here. It's just crazy. Even with the so-called trade wars, it's just it's just nuts. See, this is why I bought a used one, because look, for example, this 12 gig, which one is available? So this one, 12 gig. See this price? I paid less. Yes, mine is used. Yes, I get it. But mine is used, but I still paid less for it. This it is insanity to live in Canada. Oh, I think it's actually done. Which one is done? Okay, this is done. I'm just waiting for. Just one more thing, and then we'll be ready. So if you guys want to see, so it's at 78%. So we just have to wait for that to get to 100%, and this is the one that was, I think, 9 gigs. So when that's done, we can fool around with some videos. It's at 80% now. So what that is doing, I'm going to actually go and I want to start downloading the 3D. So that way, when we're generating video, I can do. We can probably get some, what was the templates again? I want to get to the 3D stuff. Where's 3D? This guy here. How big was this guy? So I'm going to copy this one, and where does it go? It goes to checkpoints. Oh, that's easy enough. Where is checkpoints? No, that's not it. I'll put this one here. Models, checkpoints. Here we go. And open console. wget. Did I copy the right thing? Hopefully I copied the right thing. Yeah, stable. Okay. So we'll get that one loading as well. Yeah, so I tried to run SD Next in a container, and I found out that there will be a slight performance hit. So the other one, automatic. At least at the time I did it, I had ROCOM version 6.3. Right now I think it's 6.6 or something like that. Actually, let's find out what version I do have. I'll show you what version I do have here. Info. Make this a little smaller. Rock M something. Oops. What is it? Oh, short drive 6.16.8. So it wanted to. Oh, sorry about that. Did it pick up again? Looks like it picked up again. Oh, slow down again. I think it does that when I yeah. So as I was saying, see, I have version 6.16.8, and it was trying to install version 5.7. I think they're hard coded in automatic and SD.next. They're hard coded to 5.7. That's another reason why I decided to use SD.next on this one. So this way, when ROCOM on my system upgrades, I don't need to upgrade the Podman containers, and it works fine because I can use the, as you saw, I'm using a Python what do you call it? Python virtual environment, so that way it doesn't interfere with the Python versions I have. Yeah, and it's actually pretty easy. So I can run at native speed. That's what I want, and it's fine. And obviously, oh, as I said, so I no longer need SD.next, so I'm going to get rid of that right now. So that, let me actually see how much space this guy is using. In my folder here, oh, there's only 27 gigs available here. So yeah, I need to get rid of SD.next because it's taking up, only have 27 gigs left. So I do want to generate some videos and try different models. So and obviously Podman containers. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. So let's get it here. I'll just do it on the command line so it's much faster. Yeah. So this is the one, SD next. I'll just get rid of that. Ref SD next. Okay, it's gone. Let's see how much space I picked up there getting rid of it. Oh, look at that. I just got recovered 120 gigs. Not bad. Whoa, that's weird. So ComfyUI actually takes up less space than SD.next. That's weird, eh? Wow. Yeah, as you can see, the drive is only 220 gigs. So yeah, so SD.next was taking up 120 gigs. So and there was no video. Isn't that crazy? So ComfyUI takes up just very little space. And you can download the models manually, which is fine. And yeah, so I'm gonna stick to, yeah, I'm glad I got rid of it. No, it's not a bad thing. I did enjoy using it. Obviously, the standard models I was using are better, so I did copy them over as you saw. So I'm glad that it does exist. And but I'm pretty happy with the ComfyUI. Obviously, with ComfyUI, obviously I'll need to tweak it to get better images, but I'm okay with tweaking stuff. All right, so oh, this is done. I was talking, so everything is done. It downloaded. Excellent. So I'm a glutton for punishment. So what I'm going to do is I am going to let's go back to the. Is everything done? Looks like everything is done. Yeah, everything's done. Before we do the video, I want to make sure. Let's go to templates. Which one did I try? Oh yeah, I was trying the 3D model. I think this one. Oh, the 3D models are finished downloading. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I remember. Okay, the reason I'm confused is I closed one of the windows. That's why my head was like, what is going on? How did that download so quickly though? Wow. Okay. How did that download so quickly? Oh, it was only no, I thought it was 8 gigs. It was only a small, no, that's not it. Which one? Pruned? Okay. I guess, am I crazy? How did that download 2 gigs in like a few seconds? All right, I guess it's done. Yeah, this is 1.4, so I can close this one. Yeah, 6.7, I remember that. And then this one was 10 gigs, yeah, it was 9.7, so that's fine, so we can close that as well. And there we go. All right. Is that amazing, ComfyUI? Wow, I'm a fan of ComfyUI again. All right, so which one do we have loaded up here? I'm not sure what I've loaded up. Oh, the stable, I guess this is one for the 3D models. Image only checkpoint loader. So is there a prompt? Markdown. More about this info. So looks like I need to okay, it wasn't specific. So it looks like I need to upload an image. So I'll do that later. Let's go back to video. Don't even 5B. I think this one. I think it was 5B. We'll find out. Yeah, it was 5B. Great. Yeah, well, I don't have a, well, actually I do. We'll try that next. I just remember I have the text penguin, so we can try that one. So here, where's the text prompt? Oh, here we go. I'll just leave it the way it is. So it says low contrast in retro 70s style street musician plays in a dim. Okay, let's hit run. Is it doing anything? Why is the clip text encode negative prompt? Is that Chinese? It looks like kanji characters. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. I need to restart, right? I don't think it's going to work because I need to restart. Yeah, I need to restart. So this, oh yeah, I need to restart. So let me cancel this. Oh, this actually, yeah. I think I need to restart. Yeah, I think I need to restart this. So it looks like it's doing something. Okay, I'll let it go. I thought I have to restart. It's definitely doing something because the red light is on the workstation. So it's definitely doing something. This X here. But I thought I had to restart. Okay. Oh, the video is 1280. What is that? About 720p. Where's the indicator? Is it doing anything? I don't think it's going to work because you have to restart. Where's the queue? It says it's running. I don't think it's going to work because you have to restart. Oh, you know what? I've just remembered. I should actually check the command line. That's what I should do. The command line will tell me what's going on. Let's see. Where is this guy in the command line? Oh, here it is. Here's a command line in case you're wondering. So it says requested to load, and it says load completed, but it's at 0%. So this is what's going on in the command line. So I don't think that's going to work because it said loaded completely, but then it says 0%. So how long is it going to take? What do you guys think? Really? Okay. I thought I would. No, it's not that it's going to take a while. I'm just worried that I need to, because I didn't restart. Remember, all I did was just download the models, but I did not I did not restart ComfyUI. I thought every time you get new models and stuff, you have to load them, but you have to restart it. But maybe you don't. Okay, so we'll let this guy go. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's actually working. 5%. Okay. So obviously I'm not timing that. Okay, excellent. So it looks like you don't need to restart. So that information I gave you guys, if you guys are paying attention, that information I gave earlier, it looks like you don't need to restart. So you don't need to restart. Okay, that's great. And okay, so as you can, let me zoom in here a little bit more, but you guys should see. So it says 5%. It's at 5%. Whatever. Oh, 3 passes. Okay. All right, so it looks like that's going to take a while, probably a couple minutes. So we'll let that go. Let me see if we can actually change that stuff here. Oh, so there are some things you can change. Let's close this queue. Let's actually take a look at it. This is my first time doing this, so I said let's zoom in here. Okay, so this is what this information was. Okay, so it tells you where to down. I do like this. See, downloading is way faster because when you let the web UI do it, it's actually slower. So downloading it yourself, obviously you can use curl or whatever you want. It's way faster, so you can put it there. So this is the 2.2 top left. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what it is? It's because what do you call it? Oh, even up here. You're right. Even right up here. I didn't even see this here. So I guess it's doing the first pass and then it will do the second. You know what it is? It's hard for me because I'm used to, usually when I do stuff like this, it's on a 4K monitor and I can zoom in the way I want. I find it hard to work on the 1080p. The 1080p is only for when I'm doing stuff like making live streams or recording video. But yeah, so it's really, I find the small screens really a pain to because I can't fit enough information there. But okay, so all right, cool. I didn't realize there's an indicator up here. All right, that's fantastic. And then we'll see what else can we change here. Yeah, so that's gonna be a while. Okay, so I want to check